Good morning everybody and welcome to day 6. We are in Oslo, which is the capital of Norway, for our final port day here on Sky Princess. And you wouldn't believe from this side of the ship, from the way we're looking at it now, you wouldn't believe it, but we are docked in the centre of town, I believe. That's what they said on the Wake show, which is the morning show that they have on Sky Princess, with two of the most irritating people I think that they could possibly find to host it. There is some good information in there, but when you look at the runtime, some episodes run for about half an hour. You're probably only going to get about 3 minutes of information that's valuable, and about 27 minutes of stuff that's going to make you want to kill yourself. So watch at your peril if you're on Sky Princess. Okay. So today we are leaving Oslo at 3:30, which is really early. I'm really not sure why. Are we that far away from Southampton? I don't know, because tomorrow is a sea day. So we're going to head out soonish. It is now 8 o'clock in the morning. Glenn and I are off for a full English because it's the beginning of the Jubilee weekend celebrations. They are showing Trooping the Colour downstairs at 11 AM, which I'm definitely not going to be watching because I can't be asked. And but we're going to go into Oslo, one of the most expensive cities in the world, and window shop because I'm certainly not going to buy anything. So if you look to your left just here, they have the latest Virgin ship, Lady Grey. She's not got a drinks package and she puts hundreds and thousands on her toast because she's minging. It's where Virgin store their deck chairs. Do you really want to go shopping?
Yeah, man. The most expensive town in the world.
So you want to go, oh my God, how expensive is that?
Yeah.
So first impressions of Norway as you come off the ship is that if you really want to see Norway, go to the World Showcase at Epcot in Disney, because that seems to be a little bit more Norwegian.
We haven't seen anyone in Norwegian national costume yet.
Exactly.
We've been here 10 minutes.
Yeah, we have played Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and someone is lying.
No, I think...
Glenn, are we going the wrong way?
Well, but we need to be going the opposite way, so I think this is right. Just the way the map is.
And I'm so scared of being hit by a bicycle. I'm so scared of getting hit by a cyclist yet again. Oh, sorry. Glenn? Which way are you going? I thought you were coming to me.
We're going this way. And if it's the wrong way, we'll just double back.
Glenn just got a little bit excited by the gardener. He bent over to tend to his bedding and showed about 1.5 inches of his arse. I knew we were going to get lost in Oslo, but I didn't think I was going to lose Glenn. So Oslo is a really nice place, and I am fully in full regret mode right now. I'm not actually planning anything because I think there's quite a lot to do here. But we were sort of doing a lot of wandering because none of the shops open till 10. It's not even 10 o'clock, probably about 10 to. So we've just been, as I say, wandering around, getting lost, soaking up the architecture. And because it is a working modern city, you do get a bit of a mix of the old and the new, but it's not Norway as we think of Norway in the traditional sense of the word, I guess. I think you need to go to the fjords for that.
It's a Viking museum.
Oh, Glenn's found a Viking museum. Where is it? We were just saying that Oslo is, I mean, it's nice, but it does lack the charm of Copenhagen that where we were 2 days ago. That's one of the great things about being on a cruise, actually, because you do get to see lots of places. That's the advantage. The disadvantage is when you find somewhere that is awesome, like Copenhagen, you only get a day to do it, unless you obviously plan an exclusive trip. So it's almost like having a tasting menu of European cities. This is why I'm kind of thinking about a river cruise, because that'll take you straight through the center of Europe, seeing cities that you wouldn't normally see unless you were doing an exclusive trip just to those places.
Plus, Paul and Carol, who he absolutely idolises, have now fully endorsed river cruising. Therefore, it's now on his radar, whereas it's never been prior to this.
Was it on your radar?
Yes, of course. But I couldn't persuade you, and Paul and Carol have. So well done, guys.
Yeah. You owe me about $4,000 on what it's going to cost me on a Viking river cruise, love. Yeah, so it wasn't massive. The exhibition wasn't massive, but there was some nice stuff there. There wasn't a lot of stuff. The Viking side of things I thought was going to be a little bit more extensive than what it was. And it seemed to have more stuff from ancient Egypt, which I thought was really interesting, actually. I always like looking at a sarcophagus, and I can't help it, but I do love a museum gift shop. But I didn't buy any overpriced hardback books this time. But yeah, very nice. So that's the History Museum in Oslo. What are we doing now, Glenn?
Walking.
We're walking. We've walked.
My feet need more walking.
We have walked so much today. My feet are killing me. But I'm thinking we should just head back to the ship. We have sail aways in about 3.5 hours. So I think we should just head back to the ship. I really want a Coca-Cola. I really want and I want to rest my feet. So yeah, that was Oslo, done in a few hours. Welcome to day 7 on Sky Princess. I am so hungover, I can't even begin to tell you. Last night was amazing. This morning I recorded this. I'm so hungover. It's not even funny. Last night was such fun. However, the staff quite rightly said to me, Mr. Maxwell, you have had too much to drink. You need to go to bed. And they were right. And I'm absolutely dying right now. Yep, that went well. Okay, so today's the last day on the ship. We were due to go to the sanctuary, but because of the cold weather, it was decided that we were not going to go and waste $240, which it was going to cost us for a cabana in the sanctuary for the day. So that's not happening. We are, however, going to have a final explore around the ship. We do have to pack. Our tags have arrived and we are getting off the ship tomorrow at 8:15, I believe. So we've got a lot to do, but it is still our holiday day. The funny thing about the last day on the cruise is I always felt like the last day is like packing to leave, and it really shouldn't be that. It's still our holiday, a vacation, as those Americans would say. So, and as such, we will continue to vacation, or at least relax, or try to. Honestly, I won't lie to you, I feel absolutely rotten. I don't have much memory from the latter side of last night. All I know is that the videos that are on my phone are ones that I will never... I think I should just delete them. Probably for the best. Anyway, day 7, sea day. And the last section of this epic series of mine and Glenn's Scandinavian adventure. Have you had an adventure, Glenn? We're going on that.
What am I going to have for lunch?
Outstanding, I can't even begin to tell you. Got a little ironing party going on, Glenda.
Ain't no party like an ironing party.
He's loving this. He's like, ooh, get to do some laundry.
This is the most impressive McDonald's in the whole of Norway. Quite possibly, we're going to be checking it out. I feel like I've done like 50% complaining on this cruise and 50% loving it.
Made it back to Alfredo's. Glenn just mentioned something really interesting. This is our 3rd time in Alfredo's. We've been here more than any other place, apart from maybe the buffet for breakfast on the ship. So, without even realising it, it is the best restaurant on Sky Princess. And today I'm having a calzone because I've not tried it. A pizza pasty. Right, so what do I think? First of all, I just want to say thank you to everyone who has been watching these videos. At the time, obviously this is our last day, I've shot quite a lot, so I don't know if it's gonna be 3 or 4 parts, but if you've made it all the way to the end, thank you so much. Honestly, it means a lot. And if you like these travel videos, because this is essentially a channel about weight loss, really. If you'd like to see more of these travel videos, let us know in the comments below. We've got loads of cruises and holidays planned over the next couple of years, so I'll continue to make them. Okay, so what did I think? We'll start with the room. We were in a mini suite on Riviera deck, which is deck 14. It was room 514, and the room is great. It's really nice. I do not like the bathroom. I don't like the fact it has a bath. I would rather have had a shower personally, or a separate bath. Like climbing in and out of the bath it just feels a little bit dated. Shower curtains, really? I mean, this ship is only 2 years old. It should not have shower curtains. We should have glass panels. They just scream unhygienic to me. The room was a nice space. Let me tell you something about these curtains, right? They will block out all the light. It is, Glenn has slept better on this ship, he says, than he's slept at home, because they are proper blackout curtains. They're really good at blocking out any kind of light there is. So if you're someone who is this kind of sleeper who wakes easily because of sunlight, then you've got nothing to worry about on this cruise ship. The TV, the channels, BBC News 20, BBC World News you get Sky News, you get CNBC and Football Channel and Sports Channels, and National Geographic. There was one entertainment channel called Prime One or something, which was just mainly kids stuff. It was a bit like E4 that we have in the UK. The food, so cruise ship food is notoriously wonderful, and there's always too much of it, and you always overeat. I've done all of those things. The food on Princess, for me, was okay. I still prefer, as an overall, I prefer the food on Royal Caribbean, but I think Alfredo's is great. It didn't even occur to me until earlier today when we were in the queue to go to Alfredo's. That was our 3rd trip there, so that was very much a go-to. I found that the steakhouse was very good as well. I would say the steakhouse, the Crown Grill, is absolutely worth paying the extra for. It is better than Chops Grill on Royal Caribbean. The buffet was fine. The curry in the buffet that we had yesterday, and because I got so drunk, I didn't film a wrap-up for the day. So, but we had curry, a roast dinner, and fish and chips, and 2 desserts. I had to come upstairs and I had to come back to the room and have a sleep for an hour before going out because I just overate. But the food was fantastic. But on the whole, that felt like an exception to the rule because most of the food in the buffet was pretty fine. I prefer the Windjammer. 5 dessert choices is, I'm sorry, Princess, it's a joke. You need to sort that out. I do not understand why the desserts, and they all seem to be made with synthetic sugar and sweeteners.
You don't eat dessert. Why are you complaining about it?
Because I like to have the choice. I tell you what, the dessert in Fat Sabatini's was nice. That giant Ferrero Rocher.
That was fabulous.
It was really nice. We couldn't even eat that today because we were too full, and we thought we'll have a small dessert in the buffet, thinking there would be better choices than what they were. As I say, I still prefer Royal Caribbean as a giant package, but I think that what they do well here, they do very well, and that is the steakhouse. Sabatini's is great. We didn't go to Bistro sur la Mer because I've only ever heard underwhelming things about that place. The ship is stunning. It's absolutely gorgeous, like what I would come to expect from something like Princess, which is a little bit more, it's a bit posher, a bit more formal, I would say, than Royal Caribbean and NCL. But my feeling is that the way that the buffet is designed is weird. Like you kind of walk in, you expect it to be symmetrical, but it's kind of not. And I can never navigate my way around it. I know I probably miss things. I like the grand atrium. The atrium is beautifully designed, but because it's a medium-sized ship, everything, I kept thinking, is this it? I kept thinking I've missed something, because I felt like there should be a different area with some other bits and pieces going on, but there really wasn't. And if you're in a wet or a cold climate, and this ship does go to cooler climates, then you are forcing people into the inner core of the ship. And I've spoken to people who haven't been able to find anywhere to sit. They've literally they've gone to bed early because there's nowhere to sit, and that's the problem, really. I mean, the ship has been full, so that's something to consider. We didn't get a turn down service. I'm still shocked that we didn't get a turn down service. I know people that did, but we're not one of those people, unfortunately. Now, I think if you're in a mini suite, that you should have a turn down, or a mini suite, or a full suite. I think you still got a turn down if you're in a full suite, but not a mini suite, obviously. I love the cigar lounge. I spent a lot of time in there, met some cool people as well, some people from all walks of life, and got into some really great conversations. That's one of the great things about cruise ships. Now, there are no cigar lounges on Royal Caribbean, which is, for me, disappointing, because it's one of my vices, but it's yeah, and it's not, I say it's a cigar lounge. I smoke cigars in there, but everyone else just smokes cigarettes. So it does just stink of cigarettes most of the time, which is kind of not the point of having like a cigar lounge. The entertainment, okay. Well, karaoke yesterday was interesting. It turns out not a lot of people can sing, or should sing, or should subject anyone to their voice. I did expect to see a 5-year-old screech that song from Frozen, Let It Go. They didn't, so that's a plus, I guess. There was there's like quizzes and enrichment talks and things like that, so it isn't really geared towards families, but because there were families on board, some of the entertainment, we had a ventriloquist, Gareth Oliver, I think his name was, he was on Britain's Got Talent. He was so funny, but I did feel like he was tempering his comedy brand because there were children in the audience. If that had been an over 18 show, I think that would have been so much better. But it was good. I mean, it was a solid, I think I came out and said, that's a solid 7. Whereas on Royal Caribbean, you're getting these you get full Broadway productions and ice shows and all these amazing things. On Princess, it's very low key. It's very much bingo, deal or no deal. The casino took all my money in about 10 minutes. And I used to go to the casino on Royal Caribbean every single day. Slots were all like $1 machines. There was a couple of 1-cent machines, a lot of video machines. If you like traditional reels, there were some of them, but I found them to be, I don't like dollar spin machines. I think that because the actual payout rate is a lot worse on a cruise ship than, say, in Las Vegas, you're going to lose a lot of money. So just be mindful of that. I said set myself a $50 budget, and that went in 10 minutes and I was done. But it's a decent sized casino, lots of tables as well. If you are someone who likes to play blackjack or Texas Hold'em, then you can go and do that at the tables, and that's always quite fun if that's your thing. The service was incredible for the most part. It was a handicapped service. I'm going to be brutally honest. There was not enough staff, not enough crew on this ship to service the number of people who were on the ship. Have we been waiting?
I don't know, about 20 minutes maybe?
We've been waiting 20 minutes for our final course at Sabatini's, and we do think they've forgotten about us.
I do think we're the last people in here. I can't see anybody else.
Yeah. Look, yeah. Look at this, there's no one else.
It's coming now.
Oh, here he comes. Nope, that wasn't us. That was someone taking some empties. It was, you could order a drink and you wouldn't get it for a long time. If you ordered a drink to your room from an app, I would say 50 to 70% of the time it didn't arrive. I do think that the Medallion app is, it's a piece of crap, honestly. It's terrible. The problem is, with Princess being so heavily reliant on this technology to automate and simplify bookings and events, and there are simple things missing, like you can't get notifications. If you bookmark an event, you should be able to get a notification 10 minutes before that event is starting. Your event is about to start. Please make your way to the theatre. These are really simple things. They're on the Royal app. I don't understand why they're not on the Princess app. This is supposed to be revolutionary. It's not revolutionary in the slightest. It's absolute. It's just a piece of plastic that you can find if you've got kids, yeah, at least you know where your kids are. So that's one thing. We used it pretty much within the first hour of being on the ship, and it was awesome. We're like, this is going to change everything. This is amazing. And then as the population of the ship grew and the network became strained, all of a sudden nothing worked. And we had, oh, by the way, room service. Room service, if you ordered food, you got it every time. If you ordered drinks, as I say, you didn't get it for the majority of the time you tried. And the food, when you got it, because they were so busy, was always cold. So if you're going to order a sandwich, get it with French fries. Get it with potato chips, crisps, as we say in the UK. Don't bother with French fries; they'll be cold. You'll just end up putting them in the bin. So yeah, the Medallion app is not good. It's a shame, really. Don't expect it good. I think if you're on a sailing with 70, 60% occupancy, it's gonna be so good. But at an 85, 90 to 100% occupancy, it's just not good. It's not for them to. The thing that annoys me about this piece of kit, the thing that annoys me the most is the fact that they market it as the fastest internet at sea. I don't understand where they got that from. Apparently they're getting 1.5 gig download speeds, but then you take that 1.5 gig download and then you split it across 4,000 people, and all of a sudden you're not getting a good internet connection at all, and everything just crumbles. If I want to check Instagram, Diaries UK on Instagram, if you're interested, I couldn't really. I just got stuff saying I couldn't refresh feed, it wasn't connected, and it was so slow. It was so painfully slow, and it was frankly, it was unacceptable. If I had paid to upgrade to multiple devices, which is something I had considered, then I would be pissed. Honestly, what a waste of money. You need to get on if you're going to have more than one device. I'm going to tell, this is my top tip, is you get on the ship, you make sure everyone's on board the ship, and then you decide if you're going to buy it, because then you're going to know what your connection is going to be like, or go and find out when you're checking in what the passenger complement is, how many people are going to be on your sailing, because at full capacity, this is just a cheap bit of plastic that doesn't do anything. So would I go on Princess again? I would. I wouldn't say no to going on a Princess cruise again. I think I think a lot of people who came here on their first cruise, a lot of people I spoke to hadn't cruised before, and a lot of them had similar complaints about the internet and about the app and all of that, and so there was a lot of people who were quite disgruntled about that experience. But I think it was universally appreciated that even under all the strain, the staff were just amazing. They were having a very tough time this week. I don't think anyone was quite ready for what came with the onslaught of 3,500 people on this ship. They were not ready for it. They've been working under COVID rules at half capacity. You know, they haven't seen a busy ship like this since the pandemic. And I am glad that ships are getting busier and that the cruise industry is back. And I said this in an earlier video, if you want a job on Princess Cruises, you can get one like that, because they are desperate for staff. They really need them right now. They really, really do. And yeah, so if you want a crew on a cruise ship, definitely there's one there. So yeah, thank you so much for watching these videos and for our time on Sky Princess. And yeah, and if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to like the video if you liked it. Share it with your friends, and throw some comments down there if you want to see more travel videos like this. I know that Paul and Carol, Cruise Monkeys, they're on the next sailing. I'll put a link to their channels down below because they will also be bringing their cameras, and you can see if things improved on a sailing wasn't in half term. So I'll definitely be looking out for those videos. I'm looking forward to seeing, well, basically Cruise Monkeys get absolutely trashed because I was told last night they couldn't serve me anymore because I had drunk too much. That was embarrassing. Anyway, on that note, thank you for watching. This has been my Scandinavian adventure with Glenn, who appeared on camera for the first time properly. Yo. And we'll be back with a new adventure where we try and, well, lose the weight that we've put on. Oh God, I've got to step on the scales tomorrow and I'm really not looking forward to that. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you want to see my first travel video, if you've not seen it already, check out this one here. It's called Maintaining in Malaga, and it is my week in Spain. Was I able to maintain my weight? No, of course I wasn't, but it's a great video. Enjoy it. See you on the next one. Bye.